Hello, it's Alpha Pickle here today, and I'm over here at our gunpowder farm. It might look quite a bit different. Just been AFK and collected some gunpowder. This is actually, I've collected probably a chest full almost already, and I moved it back to our base and made some TNT out of it, so I've just been collecting some more. But anyways, today we are going to be working on our iron golem farm slash storage for our iron blocks, so that'll be fun. And before we get into that, while I get a couple more items together, I killed our first wither. It's probably only like a 15-second clip. We had a rough start, but turned out okay, and we got it killed. So I'm going to show that real quick, probably throw some music on or something, and then we'll get back to our iron golem. Okay, so here we are back at our iron golem farm. I raised the fences up had a couple issues with it. I also raised the fence up there to 2 high instead of 1 high because I had golems coming over to that on top of the villager beds, and I believe that was the problem because I haven't had it happen since, so should be going good. We've collected quite a bit of iron. I have done quite a bit of AFKing, and I went ahead and threw this in. It's just a simple item sorter. We got... Oh, it's getting pretty full too. We're gonna have to fix that today. So we got 2 iron filters. We probably only needed 1, but I went ahead and made 2. What the heck? Pretty easy to make. Standard item sorter with hoppers, you know. Got a comparator, 2 redstone dust, repeater going into the torch, and then we just got 18 and 1 iron in every other slot. So all our iron ingots are going in here, as you can see. All our roses and anything else would go in here. So first thing first, let's go ahead and make a dispenser system to get rid of these roses, because we're just going to burn them, I think. So we actually are going to bring the roses clear down here. Probably not the most efficient way to do it, that's for sure, but I don't want to hear the clicking when they're getting destroyed. The clicking and them burning in lava, because our floor is most likely going to be about at that level. So we're just going to waste the hoppers. It's fine. We got an iron farm now. We're going to go ahead and waste the hoppers, bring them all the way down here. Ooh, ouch. I should probably get a health potion. Watch me die in this episode building this. Anyways, so we got them going down into this hopper right there, as you can see. And then we just got to set up a little clock to spit them out, basically. So I think we can go about right here. Should be good. Put a block right there. That's going to be the block we power, I think. And then we're just going to use a very simple design, I think. So redstone comparator, obviously, to detect when something's in there. And then we will use a redstone torch right here, I think will work. Put some stone brick down so we have our redstone all nice and neat. Then we want a repeater right here. We'll put it on 2 ticks. If it's on anything less than 2 ticks, it will not work. And we already messed this up. So we need to invert the signal once first, because we want it to be going off when there's stuff in there, not when there's stuff not in there. So let's go ahead and do that. We're just gonna spit that right there. Sorry, kind of lost my train of thought. Did not plan on how to make this. It's pretty simple though, so I figured we could figure it out together. Not a big deal. Let's actually move that right there. Put the torch there. And I think we can make this work. Again, probably not the most efficient way. It's just a way I happen to know. There we go. We got a clock. So now that there's items in there, the clock is going off, and as soon as the item is not in there, it'll stop the clock, just like that, basically. Well, I guess that keeps it going. But as soon as this gets power, it'll lock this so the clock stops. Now we just got to get the signal up to our dropper here. So I think if we just do that, and we might be able to just do this. Hopefully that doesn't mess up anything else. I don't think it will, though. It looks like they're spitting out. That's all we need to do. Simple as that, guys. Let's go ahead and cover that up. I'm going to put glass in the front just so we know what's behind here and hopefully don't break it. There we go. There we go. Now all the roses, the poppies, whatever you want to call them, will get spit into lava. Next, we have this big old hole. I'm going to go ahead and sleep real quick and we'll get started on our our iron storage slash crafter system. So this is where we're at. We're down in this hole. I had to make it too wider on this side because I miscalculated the size. But basically, we're going to have soul sand here for a water elevator up. And we're going to have 4 droppers around that. And the torch towers will go right there on all of them. And we're going to have the exact same thing over on this side. So first off, let's go ahead and get all our droppers in. So I kind of just threw this together myself. I'm sure there's a more efficient way. But this seems to work okay. I did a little bit of testing. I didn't fully test it, so I mean, it could not work. But I don't see why it wouldn't. Basically, we're gonna have 8 high on the droppers, and I probably should have counted because I have no idea where we're at now. But yeah, 8 high on the droppers, so 8, 16, 24, 32. And 32 times 2, because we're going to have 2 sets of these, is 64. So it should be dispensing 64 iron ingots per click, basically. Like, per a cycle. This is going to be kind of hard to do. I guess I can go ahead and throw in the water. That's about the only way I can get out without breaking droppers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The silk touch, it is not. Here we go. Break this water so we have our little soul sand item elevator. Should shoot us up. There we go. Do not have a safe way down, and I'm probably gonna fall to my death doing this sooner or later. And then we are going to need more than that. So let's make a few more redstone torches. Probably need a few more than that as well, but this should get it started. So I believe if we put a torch there, it'll activate both those 2. And then the same thing up there. And there. And then one more at that height should activate the last 2. So that should activate all 8 on that side. So we're going to do that for all 3 sides. Just like that. And then we just got to connect all the sides up. So easiest way is to just do this. Ain't no thing. Super easy to connect them up. Trying to think where. Technically, if we bring the redstone dust in like right here, we don't really need this side. So maybe we'll bring the redstone dust in this side and then not need this one, if that makes sense to you guys. It'll all come clear when we get this in. And we're going to need repeaters because otherwise the redstone will not go through the block. So let's say this is our input right here. Let's just act like that is right there, basically. We're going to want a repeater on this one. That way the power goes through and continues to this one. And again, a repeater on this one as well. So the power goes through and bam. So now, make a button real quick. Now if we make a button and put input right to there, it'll turn all 4 of those off and back on. So as you hear, click, that is all 8 of the bottom ones getting powered right there. So any items in those would get dispensed. And there it is. I just copied the first layer 4 times, so every layer should be exactly the same layout. A bit of a mess, hard to see now because it's just so tight quarters. And basically all we got to do is run a wire to connect all 4 of these levels right there and up to wherever we want it. But I also extended these up 1 more block for now with the water streams. And we need to get our hoppers in to fill up all these droppers, they're not dispensers. These are droppers. So let's get down here. If I can make my way down. Got some scaffolding over here. So it does use a lot of hoppers, and that's why I'm not sure if there's a better way to do this. Because, like I said, yeah, it just uses a lot of hoppers. Ridiculous amount. So let me grab that one back, and we'll just do it hopefully like this. Gotta make sure we're pointing them into the droppers though. That goes into that row, which means the next row we want to go basically clockwise on all of them. That way we're making sure that actually pointing into a dropper that's not being filled already. And we'll do that to all 4 sides on both sets. So I got that done, and I already double checked making sure they're all pointing correctly. So as you'll see, these ones are pointing in this set of droppers, these ones are pointing in this set, these ones are pointing in this set, and so on both sides. So now, man, it is getting really crowded down here. I want to make sure it's lit up though too. Well, I'm going to come back through and light this up a lot better because the lighting updates are going to cause us some lag. Let's go sleep first though. I think our bed's down here. Next up, we just have to, can I reach through? Next up, we just have to finish the top with the water setup to collect them all into one spot. We need to get all the hoppers hooked up so iron starts flowing in. And this is going to take a ridiculous amount of time to fill up. Like, it's actually ridiculous. It's not even funny how much time it's going to take. Just because each dropper technically holds basically 9 plus 5, so 14 stacks of iron ingots. Due to the fact each one has a hopper. We'll put that right there. Wait, is that the right way? Oh no. Now we gotta see which one is this going into? Because I broke it. I don't know if you guys saw that. I think it's going into this one. Yeah, it looks like it's going into that one. Perfect. So we'll just run these all the way across just like that, and we'll do the same thing to this side. And then we just need to run our hoppers over to this chest right here. There we go. I just went ahead and moved these chests a bit over. Honestly, I probably should have just went with 1 iron ingot filters. Kind of silly to do 2, but oh well, what's done is done. Let's go ahead and run our hoppers straight over, up, and over to that. So now all the iron ingots should start flowing through and eventually making their way through our shenanigans system here. If I'm not mistaken, they should go down on this one first, right here. Yeah. So all those got to fill up, and once that fills up, those ones will start going over and so on. And once all these 4 sides fill up, it'll make its way over to here and fill this side up eventually. Again, it's going to take a very long time. And this is where I think we are going to stand, right there. What I'm thinking. So, to bring our iron ingots up to us where we want them, let's just think this through a little bit. I might as well just bring them all the way up as high as we want them to. I think that would be the best option so we don't have to worry about any interference with the hoppers or anything like that. Think right there. So if we want them right there, we want them at least 3 higher than that. That way they fall from above. That's the same height? Yes, it is. So then we can bring them. Let's go 1 more higher. I know I just said that was good, but go 1 more higher. And then we'll just bring them over just like this. We'll have water push them over to here. And eventually over to, ow, not good, I'm at 2 hearts, over to right there. So they'll hit that block and fall down right here where we're going to be standing for. And just like that, any items that come up here should straight to us, right there. So I will probably clean this up a bit, make a little floor in a room and stuff like that, and wire up a switch to that to control the dispensers. And because all we're gonna wire up to it is basically a little clock with a on-off switch, so that way when we turn it on, it starts running a clock and dispensing out stacks of iron at a time. So let me get all that together, and we'll come back when that's all done. Well, things probably look quite a bit different, but here we are. We are back. This is where the iron comes out still. I got us a block to stand on, iron ore. And basically we stand right here, and if we turn this on, it's going to start clicking. It's going to be pretty loud, but it should start seeing iron flow through pretty quickly. So every 3 we just got would have been a stack, I believe. So we probably would have got about 3 stacks of iron right there. But most of the dispensers or droppers are not full yet, so we're not getting very much. But basically you can stand right there and sit there getting... Once we get this done, it'll be a stack of iron at a time. As you can see, there's not very much coming up right now, but once it's done, a stack at a time. So in that amount of time, what do we have, like 16 before I started that again? Let's go with that. So, well, that way it's an even. So we would have got 9 stacks of iron ingots just like that. So not bad. It's going to be pretty quick once it's full. I got a light to tell you if it's on or off, which kind of is pointless in hindsight because it's so loud that you will know. I made just a little hole right here so that way we can put iron back in there if we want to, so if we get a weird amount. And then I made a hopper underneath this slab right here, so basically as we're crafting them, we'll drop the iron blocks right there. They'll get shot into a dropper elevator that will get brought up to these chests, and they'll fill up these chests with iron blocks. And I went ahead and left the hopper showing. I did that on purpose. I think it's okay. I think we can make it look cool. I know it's all stone brick and boring right now, but I plan on using some black stone for the floor in here. And I hooked up a little basic 3x3 piston door. Pretty common these days, but yeah, went ahead and hooked one up. And like I said, I want to make this like black stone, and I kind of want to make it almost like a crypt or temple looking kind of underground tunnel. So this is our base, and this is where our entrance is to it. And then I can cover all this up with lots of dirt. I'm gonna make a little hill and stuff like that, do some terraining. So this will all be covered in the end. And these redstone lamps right here, I'm going to hook them up to one of those hoppers, like right, one of the first hoppers on the hopper line to the dispensers, one of those with a comparator. That way basically when it fills up everything and it starts to fill up that hopper, we'll get a redstone signal to these and it'll light up. So that way we have a little visual when we're at our base to see, oh, all the dispensers are full, we should go craft iron blocks. So I think that'll be pretty cool. Also, I didn't show you guys this at the beginning of the episode like I meant to. I've done a lot of work off camera before this episode. I got some beacons going. I've been doing a lot of terraining, as you can see. I just made 2 because I was lazy. And these take forever to mine without haste. So if you got haste, you can mine them up pretty quick. Without haste too, man. These beacons take a minute to move, so I just put 2 separate ones. That way I can mine this one up with that haste 2 beacon. But anyways, this is our little slime farm still. And we got some water around here. I plan on blowing... I did quite a bit of TNT blowing up already, but I plan on blowing up more. This can be a river, and it's also going to go around to here. And this is where our trident farm is, so there's a lot of dark area. So basically all the dark area pretty much I want to be water. That way it looks kind of ominous, and we can put some cool trees, custom trees and stuff in here. Make it kind of a little ominous, spooky boat river over on this side. And I've also started to blow up some of the terrain over here, as you might see from here. Get a little closer so you guys can check it out. Yeah, done quite a bit of work. And I also have a plan for up here I'm pretty excited for, so I'm gonna make this look pretty cool, I hope. If you guys have any tips, by the way, for filling in water for a river, please let me know, because there doesn't seem to be any easy way, because you can't even easily fill a river with ice blocks, because either way you still have to have a block below the ice. So pretty much you have to make it 1 deep and then mine out that layer later, because I want this deeper than 1 block. Personally, I don't really like it being 1 block deep. But yeah, if you have any tips, please let me know. There's a ravine under here. I doubt you guys can see it. And this river continues up this way. Get our fireworks out, which I must have put in a chest. Whoops. Let's get some more. I hear the guys coming after us. But yeah, this river comes up over here, and we're gonna connect it through here. And there's actually an abandoned mine shaft. I wrote down the coordinates. I think it's about right here. So we're gonna have that connected to our river too. So that'll be pretty cool. That's gonna be later though. The only reason I want to connect to that abandoned mine shaft is because I want to make us a string farm. And I don't know if I've done anything new around here or not. I've been collecting a lot of resources like melons and stuff. Just collecting on farms. I'm trying to stock up our potion brewer pretty well. How did you get out? Where did you come from? I was just about to tell you guys. I think I fixed the villager breeder. I think it works 100% of the time now. And if that's the case, I've been testing it for a few days now. If that's the case, I think I'm going to make a tutorial on it because I think I mentioned that when I made it or when I showed you guys it, that's not my design. I think it's Isumovoids, I believe. YouTuber's villager breeder, and it's pretty popular. I've seen a lot of people use it. It's very popular, actually. I don't know why I'm saying pretty popular. It's very popular. And I've read through a ton of the comments of his, and a lot of people seem to be having the same issue I was. So I spent hours trying to fix it, and I think I came up with the design that seems to be working now. And yeah, if it's 100%, I'm going to put a tutorial just on the fix. It's not the actual farm because it's not my design. So if you guys are interested, again, let me know. You can see we got quite a bit of villagers here. So that's cool. We'll have to do something with them soon. And then also, one last thing before we end the episode. We have an upstairs that you guys kind of just saw when I went to sleep, I think. Got armor stand with the armor, backup gear. We're going to put some backup potions and stuff in here. This is going to be our respawn room. I'm not 100% sure if I like it yet, but it's hard to cram it in with the space we had. So I think it looks pretty good. Got green carpet, kind of matches the green planty life. And then this is green concrete powder, which looks really good, FYI, guys. So if you can't use dirt for some reason, and the reason we couldn't use dirt because we couldn't really cover it up with trap doors because we have this carpet here. I can't talk because I'm rambling now. But anyways, yeah, so I went with the green concrete powder, and it looks really good, so I'd highly recommend that if you haven't used that before. And then we just got some bamboo and large ferns back here with some water. I think it looks pretty cool. But anyways, I have got to end this episode, and I'm gonna, oh yeah, look at that, a sneak peek right there. I'm gonna end this episode, and I'll probably work on that some more off camera, and who knows what else, probably some more training and stuff. So bye bye, see y'all next time. Hey, you. Well, I'm not gonna tell you to subscribe, but what I do recommend is you try something new, whether that be subscribe to this channel, watch another video, leave a comment, like, you choose. Peace.